General Hospital spoilers. Josslyn's dream assignment is about to become a Wyndemere nightmare. Let's be real. Port Charles is never, ever boring. Just when you think our favorite characters might catch a break, life throws a grenade in their lap disguised as a golden opportunity. And right now, Josslyn Jax is holding that grenade, smiling, completely unaware that the pin is already half pulled. We're all so proud of how far Joss has come. From a grieving daughter to a fierce, determined WSB rookie, she's been clawing her way up, desperate to prove herself. But here's the thing about climbing the ladder of espionage. The higher you go, the more dangerous the fall. And a new, chilling presence in town suggests Josslyn might be headed for a devastating plunge, one that could see her becoming Wyndemere's most famous resident since the ghost of Nicholas Cassadine. So grab your coffee and let's dine in. This is one spoiler-filled journey you won't want to miss. The perfect assignment, a spy's dream or a trap? Jack Brennan, in all his calculated glory, has handed Josslyn the keys to the kingdom. Her new mission? Get closer to her uncle, the wonderful and recently returned Lucas Jones. It seems like a soft, familial assignment on the surface, but the real target is the shadowy figure now entwined in Lucas's life, Marco Rios. For those needing a quick refresher, Marco is the son of the notoriously ruthless Jen Sidwell. Brennan, ever the strategist, believes Marco is the key to unlocking all Sidwell's dirty secrets. Josslyn's job is to play the doting niece, use that connection to Lucas, and gather intel on Marco. And then, as if the universe decided to hand her a gift, Marco extends an invitation for Lucas to move into the sprawling, gothic, and, let's face it, seriously haunted Wyndemere. For a rookie spy, this is it. This is the in. She'll have a perfectly legitimate reason to be in the lion's den, snooping through the drapery and listening at keyholes. It's almost too convenient, isn't it? We've watched Josslyn juggle classes, grief, and heartbreak. We've seen her steel herself for this very moment. This is her chance to show Brennan and the whole WSB that she's not just a plucky kid, she's a force to be reckoned with. The adrenaline is pumping, and you can't help but feel that surge of excitement for her. This is what she wanted, right? The ghost in the machine, Pascal's return to Port Charles. But just as that excitement builds, a cold shiver runs down our spines, because there's a new, or rather horrifically familiar face in Port Charles. Remember Pascal? Of course you do. How could we forget the man who held Josslyn and Vaughn hostage in that miserable Croatian resort, the Five Poppies? This is a man with a moral compass that points directly into a black hole. He's cunning, ruthless, and has a terrifying talent for reading a situation. And now, he's here, in her hometown, strolling the same streets, breathing the same air. Let's not mince words. This is catastrophic for Josslyn. If she runs into Pascal at Wyndemere, no flimsy excuse about visiting her uncle is going to fly. He's not a fool. He'll take one look at her, remember the determined woman he held captive, and instantly connect the dots. He's in Port Charles because of Sidwell's business, and he'll know without a shadow of a doubt that Josslyn is there to disrupt it. What happens if he catches her somewhere she shouldn't be? A locked study, a private office, the basement. The thought is enough to make your blood run cold. Pascal didn't get to where he is by being forgiving. A castle of shadows, Wyndemere's deadly history. And where is all this playing out? Wyndemere. The castle isn't just a setting, it's an active character in this drama, with a long, dark history of trapping people within its stone walls. We can't talk about Wyndemere without remembering its most recent guest, Esme Price, locked in the tower while pregnant and terrified. Esme's fate is still a mystery, and in Port Charles, presumed dead means about as much as a paper umbrella in a hurricane. But her story is a stark reminder of what that castle represents: imprisonment and isolation. Jen Sidwell himself warned Marco that Lucas would pay the price if he saw or heard anything he shouldn't. Do we really think he'd hesitate for a second before having Pascal neutralize a known WSB operative snooping around his son's home? Not a chance. The tower room is vacant, the locks are probably still sturdy, and Pascal has exactly zero qualms about using them. The million-dollar question. Is Josslyn in over her head? This brings us to the heart-pounding question keeping us all up at night. Is Josslyn's ambition about to be her undoing? We love her, we root for her, but she's still a rookie. The weight of this assignment is immense. The pressure to perform, combined with the visceral terror of seeing her former captor, could lead to a clumsy mistake. A dropped clue, a nervous glance, a conversation overheard at the wrong moment. It's all it would take for Pascal to pounce. The spoilers are screaming that when Josslyn discovers who the new butler at Wyndemere is, all hell will break loose. Could it be Pascal himself? The thought is almost too terrifying to entertain. Imagine her walking into the foyer, ready to play her part, only to come face to face with the man who once held her life in his hands. The shock, the panic, the sheer unadulterated fear would be paralyzing. It would trigger a cascade of dire consequences, putting not only her mission, but her very life in extreme peril. So let's talk, GH family. This is a lot to process. Are you as worried as we are? Do you think Josslyn has the experience to navigate this minefield, or is she walking blindly into a trap? Is Wyndemere's tower about to get a new unwilling tenant? Share your thoughts, your fears, and your predictions down below. The tension is building, and we have a feeling this is one story you won't want to watch from behind a cushion.